Hey folks, this is Gun Tractor again. Alright, we've been out for a month and a half, 2 months. We've been doing some hunting and cleaning up our engine block and getting things ready. As you can see what's on the camera, we are working on valves. Previous to this, we didn't videotape it, but we lapped the valve seats. We use this valve grinding compound. I don't know if you can see that very well. And we wanted to use one of these suction cup doohickey sticks to lap our valves. We're going to quickly put together an exhaust valve and an intake valve. We're going to talk briefly about these. These came from Steiner Tractor. They're pretty nice. I'm a little bit confused though. They only came with 4 of these seals. And according to everything I'm seeing online, I need 8 of them. 1 for each. What do you call this doohickey, Cameron? Whatever it's called.
The guide.
Yeah. So first thing for these. Check the camera, make sure we're on. Sorry, we're real professional here. We got to put this onto the guide, and it's pretty tough. And with sufficient profanity, you can probably get it on. But since we're trying to be family friendly, there will be no profane talking today, which is probably good. It gets on there and it kind of gets a little bit rolled. It's a little bit hard to get it unrolled. I actually did 2 of these earlier and had no issues. Now that I'm on camera, now I can't do it very well. Oh, it'll do it here in just a second. There it goes. It's starting to go in. So I may have to try to use some of my old ones or contact Steiner. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. It makes it kind of tough to see. There it goes. That's what you want. Okay. Oh, that one's already built. Here's the one I'm building. So this is an intake valve. A little larger. Like I said, these all have been pre-lapped. So what we'll do to start it, you go get that light oil that's over there. We're going to put a little bit of light oil on the actual valve here, so when it goes into the guide, it'll be lubricated. We have some, it's called Mel Lube from Steiner. We use that on some of the items, but not everything. So a little bit of oil. This is actually just a light gun oil, to be honest with you. Okay, we put our guide in, we put our spring, our end piece, and then we have these, I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, we have these tapered retaining pins. And I'm just going to go ahead and, I don't have any tool to do this. I'm sure there's an easier way, but you know, I'm super strong, so I just do this. Wham bam, it's done. Okay, and so that's an intake valve. The next one we're going to do is, it's a little bit harder, and that's the exhaust valve. And those valves are a little smaller. Same basic thing. You know, I need to put a seal on that. If anybody online knows where I can get seals, I just need 4 of them. Nothing too special. Now that my hands are greasy, they just won't go on very well. And like I said, if you guys online have any good suggestions on how to do this easier, I would sure appreciate it. Or if you have any tips. Some of you might be worried that I'm going to damage this seal, but believe me, it's not being damaged. There it is. Seal is on. Okay. We've already lubricated our rod. We're going to put it into the guide. We'll put our spring on. I didn't mention this last one. The tighter coil goes toward the guide, like so. Okay. We'll take our end piece. And then we have these 2 little small clips. And they go in the same place as the tapered pieces for the intake valve. I've put a little bit of red grease on them, which will help retain them. Now this is going to get kind of sticky. I'm going to have my assistant here help me out with these. We're going to just do this. Alright, so we're going to kind of do the same thing. Are you ready?
Last time I was going to just put these in.
Yep, go ahead. Get the other one.
Oh, good.
Make sure you guys use your pliers. Yeah.
Yeah. That looks good.
Bam, they're in. Okay.
It's kind of loose, but it'll tighten up once you
Right,
install it.
it's a little loose, and all the videos I've seen don't talk about this. It's a little loose, but once you get it installed, it's tight as can be. So I'm going to put a little bit of this Mel Lube. It's almost like a greasy oil stuff. It just helps retain things. Once you put in your retaining clip on this exhaust valve, it's strong as can be. So we're going to go ahead and shut the camera off. We're going to move over to the engine block, and we're going to video putting these in. I'm going to put just a little dab of stuff here. All right. We're here at the engine block now. A few things have already been done. I'm going to pick this up and move it. Hopefully things don't go crazy. We've already put the camshaft back in. We've got our lifters in there. You can see some of the lifters. We've actually installed one of the exhaust valves already. We have, like I said, lapped the valve seats. I know this isn't zooming real good. Let's see if I can fix that. We've lapped the valve seats. We've cleaned them out. We used a hone. Now we're going to put a couple of these in. Okay. We're going to try to refocus this a little bit, see if that helps. Hopefully that helps. So the way we do this is, give me the big one first, is we've got the assembled valve ready to go. We just drop it in there. Actually, we need some of that lubrication, don't we?
The red stuff? Or,
yeah, we'll just put some light oil on it. I think light oil. We just use this light oil. It works really good. We make sure there's some in the spring. We make sure it's all nice and lubricated. Helps it go in there and stick in there a little better. Okay. All we do is drop it in. Give me the other one real quick. We're gonna, for ease of things, we're gonna go ahead and just put these in now. Put that over there so it's not gonna spin. So this is an exhaust one, so we're skipping an intake. Okay.
do we drop everything off? There we go. And then,
okay. Not a lot of room in this garage. So we took an old screwdriver, we made it into a tool. If you can see, we used a torch. You can see we've bent the end and cut a little bit of a divot out of it. And what this is used for is going into here, and you can actually push down on the. Let me push that down. You can get a hold of the top of the guide, and you can push it down, and then you can put your clip in. Cameron, show them the clip. There's the clip. Pretty darn exciting, huh? All right. So, trick is getting in here and finding it and pushing it down. Can you see it? Do I need to go down more? Yeah. Hope we're not getting in your way. All right, let's skip that one and go to this one. Mind you, we're far from professional. All right, you can kind of see that spring. I want you guys to see the spring. Whoa! Tripod's doing funny things. Okay, as I push up, actually this thing needs to be, it's not wanting to go. Stand by there, people. There it goes. You see how it compressed? It compresses that spring.
and you stick the clip in there and then it...
Push that in, make sure it's in all the way. Use your finger. We in?
Mm-hmm.
And then we let off.
There you go.
And wham bam, thank you, Jam. That valve is in. And as we spin it, spin the thing, that's really not good to do. You probably shouldn't do that. Check that, make sure it's not damaged. Those valves will move up and down and do what they need to. Alright, so we're going to go off camera here and see if we can get more in. Stay tuned. We're to the point where we're putting this engine together. No, we are not professionals. We know enough to get us in trouble. It's kind of a father and son activity. So, like I said, if you have any thoughts or comments, please like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, whatever you need to do. If you have any suggestions on these guide seals, if we're doing it wrong, let us know. We'd like to know before we put the tractor all the way together. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.